We did it!
Yeah! Hello everyone! Welcome to this Glasgow 2024 Twitch stream. We are ecstatic to have you today for our 8th session of Let's Roll Hell and Highwater. This is our D&D 5th edition game that we are running on the channel with some homebrew elements. This is our 8th session. We're hoping to run for many more sessions. We'll see how well that goes. I am Alex. I am your dungeon master for this campaign. And we are playing on behalf of Glasgow 2024, which is the 82nd Worldcon that is happening next year in August, from the 8th to the 12th of August in Glasgow. At the SEC.
That was a lot of numbers, well done.
Yeah, I got August wrong in like 3 places, but it's fine. But come! We really want to have you to Glasgow 2024. It's like the most Glaswegian of conventions. Why would you not want to come? You can buy your membership online on our website now. We do recommend that you buy early rather than closer to the convention, because our rates do increase as we get closer and closer to the convention. And we also offer an installment plan, so if you don't want to put down all the money all at once, which we understand is a lot of money right now, or any time to be honest.
It's not like that much. It's not like buying a house, to be clear.
Current adult is... I don't know what it is, so I don't want to say a random number and upset people. But yeah, you can buy your membership online and you can pay in installment plans. We offer, so you can pay with up to 5 installments after you've paid the initial Wusfus installment, which is £45 for your Wusfus membership. So you can spread out the cost a bit more, and it's a bit more calm in the lead up. We've got loads of announcements coming out in the next couple of months about like really important stuff. I can't tell you much about that at this point in time because we're not allowed to tell it. But please watch our social media for our Facebook, Instagram and Twitter for these really cool announcements about all the wonderful things that we as Glasgow 2024 are ecstatic to share with you. But please consider joining us in Glasgow next year.
Our full price adult membership is £210, but there are discount ones that are £140 or £150, depending on who you are.
Excellent, and with that, I think we'll jump into our stream here. So I am Alex, I am the Dungeon Master, and we'd like to go around the table.
I'm Isla, I'm playing Kai. They are a Bard Warlock.
We're going to ignore that.
Hi, I'm Will, I'm playing Adolin. He is a ranger, slightly homebrewed class of ranger variant, who's really cool.
And I
Because you said so.
I think he's cool.
He's a beautiful baby boy.
He's very cool.
He's the best. I'm Rosie, I'm playing Polly. She is a Druid, she is an Aasimar, and she's going to be so excited when she finds that out.
When she finds that out.
Could be a great revelation. Great moment.
Great moment. Okay, I think we'll jump to the recap then at that point. Do you want to give us our 2-minute recap?
Do you want to do the timer, or do you want one of us to do a timer?
He's got it all set.
I've
Look
got
at
it ready to go.
I'm going to just turn the buzzer off as well.
Go
So we
for it.
don't get dragged.
Alex doesn't need to know.
Yeah.
I know what happened.
She was here.
But go for it, and I'll just be a second.
Think about this non-stop. When last we left our heroes, we had escaped Dust Elm.
It's true.
On the run from the law, making our way upriver, out of Dust Elm, inland, in the direction of the gleaming city of Perlmire, very religious city home to the Knights of Ash and other various religious orders. But on the way, we have to pass through Greyfort, a river checkpoint manned half and half by the Iron Order of Dust Elm, the kind of mercenary police force, and also the Knights of Ash, the order from Perlmire. The crew planned and executed.
We killed a bunch of
Flawlessly,
people.
amazingly.
A heist, almost a heist, more just like getting through the checkpoint without getting discovered.
Yeah, we just crushed it.
We absolutely
You stole a thing.
nailed it. Yeah, we stole like one thing. It counts as a heist.
What did we steal?
Paperwork.
We stole paper.
Right.
Stole a really big book. Kai, acting as the face of the party, completely blagged their way right past the guards. Convinced them that you were posing as a bloody kraken, that you were doing the regular shipment up and down the river of animal feed,
Yep.
as it turns out. I met a very suspicious, was it an Owlin we met?
Yes.
An owl, a humanoid owl, who had a real eye for detail.
And an eye for Kai. Romance blue.
No.
Oh, the chemistry was
Stop
so
saying
real.
that.
Chemistry was real. Whilst Polly and Adolin snuck into the fort, had a rummage around, the commander of the fort was believed to be a traitor and member of the cult of Iofiel, as we now know it to be. So we were on the lookout for them. We may have found them sleeping, I believe. We found a very nice bedroom and somebody snoring their head off in it, but we did not go in to investigate or assassinate. Instead, what we did was make off with a gigantic ledger of all the trade and transport through the fort, and we were able to pinpoint the bloody Kraken shipments that had passed upriver.
And that's your 2 minutes.
That is my 2 minutes. That was about half the
And then we
session.
got-
Yeah.
But we had some chiming in from other people.
Then we got back, we docked.
We got to Perlmire.
Yes.
We got to the gleaming city of Perlmire. We rocked up.
We met Daryl.
We met Daryl. Daryl escorted us to a dock. Daryl was a really cheery Knight of Ash.
Yeah.
Lovely fella.
This is why the recaps take too long, because Daryl is not plot relevant.
But we need to talk about him.
And how the romance with the owlet and the...
That was vital. That was very
I think what is vital is that Olin was also a Knight of Ash. That seems more relevant.
That was more relevant,
That's pretty relevant, yeah.
We got to the
Okay.
White Ravens.
Yes.
We
Kyle was
did.
there.
we managed
Aaron's
to
there.
figure out where they were kind of sorting all their things
Yeah.
out, sorted our shit.
Got Airship and Lara back to them. Kyle was there, and we met their elusive leader Garen, a rather aloof and guarded figure who it seems has an aversion to a religion of any sort, as he did not go to shake Adolin's hand because he believed him to be a full Knight of Ash, which therefore would have triggered an allergic reaction, or something.
Definitely not a vampire. That's all.
Might be a vampire. But anyway, we kind of just had a full info dump onto Garen and from Garen.
Love that.
Just full download.
Yeah.
He was able to tell us that the Team Rocket-esque villain that we had been constantly running afoul of was named Tezin and was in fact a high mage of the Magic College in Dusthelm, and was also able to offer some other insights on the list of cult members that we'd seen. We established a couple of goals that were to learn more about the instruments of light, of which we are in possession of one, being the trident, the other two being the cup and the sword, which the information may be in the Library of the Knights of Ash, for which we would need a friendly Knight of Ash to let us in. We know Daryl now, but
You've met Daryl.
we've met Daryl,
He's our new best friend.
new best friend. He's a really pleasant guy, but also that we could potentially have Adolin pass his knightly trials now that we're back in Perlmire and become a fully fledged Knight of Ash.
Oh, so
And
exciting.
somebody who can then have a library card.
You get access to the restricted section.
I
Yes.
have
Yeah.
total faith in you.
Yeah.
And the other goal was to continue the hunt for bloody Krakens, find out where they've been shipping religious artifacts to in the city, and figure out what their nefarious end game is.
Defeat the cult as a whole.
Like the
Kick
Light
the
Ravens
ladies
were
out.
going to do that, not us.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Yes.
save...
Failnor.
That guy.
Falio.
There you go!
The
The
other-
NPC, yeah.
The other Light Raven who bloody Krakens kidnapped. Yeah. Well, that was within 5 minutes, so I
I know,
apologise.
so I was like, I was so right in my head the entire time. It's still the wrong name came out.
What is
Failor.
Falior? And you
Falior.
said
Failor.
You've said that like
I got-
every single
I
time.
got all the
Falior.
right letters plus one.
Plus
Just
one.
in the wrong order.
Okay. So I believe we're still up in Garen's office, having wine. Adolin's first taste of whiskey.
Oh, he'd have had he's a country bumpkin. He'd have had moonshine before.
Yeah. Oh, I did want to say actually on camera, just how heckin' proud I am of you three, of how you managed the last session of going through Greyfort and everything like that. The number of fail points that were in that, in terms of you trigger this and they attack you, you trigger this and they attack you, they trigger
Holy
this,
shit.
and the number of those you navigated perfectly as a group.
Wow.
very few of them relied on checks as well. Like, there's obviously like the stealth checks as you're buggering about in the thing, and like obviously they can have a go at you if they just randomly meet you in a corridor. But like Kai talking to the Adolin and like slowly parceling out information from them without triggering their suspicions, and talking to them about stuff that was like on my list. I have so many fail states like written out for that session.
Wow.
What did you think they would talk about?
I don't know. I wasn't sure how much information you were going to try and like pull out of them about the cult, about the bloody krakens and stuff like that. But
I assumed this random checkpoint guard knew nothing.
I didn't know how
I
you
think
were
that
all
works
going
in
to
our
play
favor.
it.
Yeah.
And all of that worked so well, and I'm really proud of you guys for
Aw,
that.
so
So
what
I
I
do
hear
want to
is-
give you all a point of inspiration.
Excellent.
Damn, we're good.
You nearly took that from me.
I will take it, thank you.
We planned and executed that to a T
Yeah.
as well. It felt good doing that.
Who needs divination and augury?
We make our own futures. Wow.
On you go. But yes, we are having wine in Garen's office.
Wine and nibbles.
There are not nibbles.
Boo.
There is wine. There is a lot of alcohol, but there's not any nibbles.
We had a massive breakfast downstairs.
Yeah, true.
You paid for a
Lovely.
very fancy breakfast, yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so Garen would still be up by probably up by the window, chatting away to Ursha in very hushed tones, but in serious tones. And you Kyle is just lounged across one of the sofas with wine in his hand, kind of thing.
Excellent.
What does everybody want to do?
Would Lyra be able to give us a crash course in thieves' camp, perhaps?
No.
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 Shame. Oh well.
Can we ask for that item back from her, or is she going to say no?
Don't know. We can ask.
I mean, you should ask in the face. Believe it or not.
She's got the. Is
My-
it
What was it?
My
Was it
dear
blood?
dead friend.
Was
the,
it?
she got the ring.
It was an invisible something.
I think
Something
that
like
is
it.
the ring, yeah.
It was the ring
Okay.
of the Priest
What
of
was
Saloon.
it?
I haven't written it down.
What do you mean we can't see it on her person, you cheeky little DM? You
What do you mean you
ring
can?
Of stars.
That's the ring.
It was the ring good.
She's wearing gloves.
I mean, we could
Is the
Underneath.
ring on top or underneath the glove?
Under.
Okay.
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 She's wearing gloves indoors. Never mind. This is not important.
it's a clue. To
She has
something.
no fingerprints.
I mean,
She leaves no fingerprints with gloves.
It's handy for a
Nobody
thing.
even knows what a fingerprint is.
Point.
do
Mm.
we ask for it back or no?
Do we want it back?
I mean, it's a good item, and
is.
it's less beneficial for an NPC to have it, mechanically speaking.
It depends how long she's staying with us for.
That's true.
Mm.
But if she's doing a completely whole other thing,
It's also an achievement item,
Mm.
which I'm aware you guys are having problems with.
how many achievements have you got?
You're just
I
too
have
generous
one
with
more
this DM.
slot, but I can also just cast invisibility. So
Yeah, but this wouldn't save you a slot.
Once per day.
If you don't want it,
taking
you don't
up a
want
whole,
it.
I don't think taking a
Fine.
whole achievement slot is worth it for one spell slot, especially if I just used a warlock one.
I
So
think it does another thing as well, but I can't remember what.
DC 15
Blinding
blinding
flashing.
bright
Well,
light.
that's pretty good though.
That's pretty cool. Mm.
I mean, maybe we could just set the precedent that we might want it back again in the future.
Sure.
That whilst we are trying to recover all these religious artifacts,
We want to keep them all.
we should be using them.
They're highly practical.
I don't know, you might be turning into the big bad of the next campaign where you've collected all these religious artifacts and
I
go,
think
actually,
that
why do we
these are
have to
really
give them
useful.
back?
The trident
We
is
were
very
meant to be
often
giving them
tied.
too.
Adolин's in the corner stroking his goatee like it's a gift to the foes of
You have a
Mordor.
goatee?
No, just
It's growing.
It's grown really
it's,
quickly.
It's
That's
the bit from the Council of Elrond where he's like, "It is a gift. We should use it." So it gets him killed.
You have a goatee.
Boromir.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a beard. They've all got beards. Except the hobbits
you know.
and elves.
So just the dwarves and
No,
people.
and Gandalf.
So people.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We could ask. We could just be like, "Hey, it's cool if you have this just now, but also we might need it again in the future. Is that also cool?" And the worst thing that happens is she says, "No, I want to keep this forever." In which case, then she grows a goatee.
Has she heard this entire discussion?
I presume you're discussing this in character.
As a light raven, she can presumably be trusted with it. Because
Yes.
they're trying to get these things back out of the hands of the cult and the bloody krakens.
I don't know why you're looking at me for confirmation.
Hey, can I insight check Lyra? See if she's a bit sketchy?
Yeah, sure. She's just
What
sat
did you
there with the
pick?
ring on the finger going, my precious.
Your expertise in.
Huh?
Which did you end up picking for your expertise?
Religion.
Nice. I think that works for you.
Not one. Booyah!
She is the most trustworthy person in the world. You would trust her with your life, with Clifford's life, with all of your items.
The fact that that's what you got on that one makes me above
Suspicious.
the table really suspicious.
Yeah. Well, if that's what Adolin thinks, I trust Adolin, so...
She poured him a glass of whiskey. And now,
And you didn't die.
And,
Yeah.
I
You
did,
just coughed.
and now she's my best friend. I think she can be trusted with it.
Cool.
Mhm.
Okay, well that's easy then.
Yeah.
One less thing for us to worry about.
What
So-
was the telepathy thing you were talking about earlier? Because I was adding magic items to my character sheet and was not listening.
Oh my goodness, this is a big deal. Right.
It's a next level thing, though, right?
No. Well, I have the spell now, telepathic
Oh.
bond.
Oh, yeah.
I just don't have the extra next
Gotcha.
level feature. The spell itself, I can cast as a ritual. Well, you were at the room for this as well. I
Oh.
can cast as a ritual, and any up to a certain
Hmm.
number of willing creatures can link up.
Oh, and you want to put Clifford on the conference call.
And then you can communicate regardless of if you share a common language or not. Which means that we can all talk to Clifford.
And he will be able to talk back.
Clifford has a voice.
Alex has a
Voice
voice
in
for
words.
Clifford. A word voice.
Yes, you will get stream of consciousness that is Clifford.
I'm really excited because I'm hoping, I mean it might be a bit exhausting, but I'm hoping that we would be able to get some information about what the fuck happened with the cup.
Oh!
Oh.
Yes!
Did nobody else think of that?
No, it's a great idea,
No,
though!
you all get stuck on, oh my god, Clifford!
I just thought that was implied. Yes, we could ask him about the cup. Is that not a good idea?
That's a good
That's a really good idea, actually.
Okay, thank God I'm thinking of it at least. That's, yep.
Honestly, I forgot he knew things. He's just kind of here.
He's a dog.
It's your dog! It's your
I forgot
weird
he was
ghost
the
dog.
eyewitness to a crime.
A theft. Yeah.
A murder.
Grand theft relic. Oh, yeah.
That's
Sister
murder.
Sister Freya.
Yeah.
Freya? Frida.
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 Yes.
Freya.
Frida.
That's the Dark Souls boss.
Probably.
Is it also the priest
Frida.
there? Frida. Cool.
Yeah,
Sister
Frida.
Frida Sprout.
There are
Yeah.
two Fridas. One of them got renamed and one of them got killed.
That's it.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Has there been a Freya in this game?
I don't think so.
How the fuck would I know?
Two Lyras
Two
and 1.5
Lyras.
Fridas.
My point being,
Kai and Kyle.
And kind of cow.
do we want to do this? If so, when?
Yes.
And also,
Not
what
right
else,
at this second.
what
That
else
might be
do
weird.
we want to do?
Have you decided on the trials?
I think Adolin would have been weighing it up, swirling a
Yes,
glass
that
of
was an
whiskey
in-character
around.
question.
Yeah,
If he's talking third person, that's fine.
and swirling a glass of whiskey, pretending to enjoy it.
Adolin is weighing things up.
Make a deception. No, sorry, please continue.
and eventually settle on, like, yeah, this was something he did want to do prior, and now it also, like, kind of conveniently feeds directly into the main plot.
Yeah.
Oh my, look at that! Wow, what a
He's become the
coincidence.
genre savvy.
He's breaking the fourth wall. He's becoming meta aware. Yeah, he would start thinking about going up to the Order headquarters and applying. I'm sure he knows how you begin the process of saying, like, I wish to undergo the trials.
Yeah.
Well, that's really exciting.
Yay.
And he would probably be badly concealing a bit of a nervous shake at that.
Has Adolin seen the trials before?
He would know about them, yeah. He'd be aware of them, I think.
You'd be aware of them from an outsider's perspective in terms of you've heard of other knights that have gone through
Yeah.
to them, you've spoken to knights that have done them, you have never witnessed a trial before because you have no family members that have gone for one.
Right.
Who gets to witness the trials then?
The family.
The family.
Hmm.
So he has to go on his own and we can't be there?
Well, there
There's
is
definition of family.
Can I be a sister?
declared family. So if Adolin walks up and says, yeah, these are my family, then they're not going to question
Are we your family, Adolin?
For the context of this.
He'd say, I've lot of the knights going with their families, but since I don't, I'd like to have you there.
I would
What
really
is
like
that gonna be? Are they dead?
Anyway.
Right?
Yeah, he would
Each
totally
has his whiskey.
ask you both to be there. Mm-hmm.
Is Adolin like one of those orphans that gets raised in like a religious nunnery orphanage?
Well, we've not asked directly, but I do believe that's the case. It seems a little bit personal to check.
Yeah, especially.
So, are your parents dead?
Yeah. That's why that was out of character. You can tell by the identical voices though.
I assume Kai's got enough charisma to not just blurt out, "Are your
Yeah.
parents dead?"
The difference between charisma and the wisdom of knowing when to use it.
So the trick, I think, is you'll have to declare that you want to go through the trials. It'll take them some time they won't just be like, great, let's come in and just take the test now.
Take a number.
So we can maybe have a little bit of time to prepare and maybe
To shop.
to
shop
Mhm.
and to talk about what it might be like for you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That
Mhm.
sound good?
Sounds good.
I don't know how long it takes to
Yeah.
organise, but it could happen maybe tomorrow. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah.
How long did it take for Pharaoh, like, declaration to think at me? How much was the wait time? Do I remember
What?
It would have been very
Cousin.
quick.
Right.
Like, these things don't take long for them to organise. They
Yeah.
are ready for you,
that?
essentially.
Okay.
The
Was it
I-
like a day?
Yeah, it would have been
Oh,
turned around very
okay.
quick, yeah.
Well, I'll pass
Ooh.
that on. I'll be like, so last time I went, it took about a day after kind of
Mm.
declaring he wanted to take the trials, to taking them. So maybe we shop our way up, declare,
Yeah.
come back, game plan the next day. You crush them because you're going to do a wonderful
Yeah.
job.
Everything okay, Ted?
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Mhm. Then,
Okay.
yeah, I think we'd. Garen seemed weirdly on board with Adolin undergoing the trials.
Weirdly?
Well, in his words, he asked if Adolin was a knight, and Adolin said no, but is that going to be a problem if he becomes one? And Garen said no, it could actually be quite advantageous.
Yeah. So
So-
you're not going to shake his hand ever, but we can
No.
get a library card, like you say.
You need to get all your handshakes in while we still can.
I don't think I want to shake his hand. He's quite a cold guy.
Do you want to talk to him at all?
If he and Ursula were just talking off at the side, I'd
Yeah.
go over and tell him that we intend to go through with that. Adolin intends to head up to the HQ and arrange to undergo the trials.
I'm sure that will be wonderful. Very
Wow.
noble path of yours.
I know it's not one that you maybe approve of or recognise, but it is something I have wanted.
It's neither my place to approve or recognise anybody else's path but my own. If you're asking for judgment from me, it's not my place to judge your path.
I think I more expected it, but I know it's nothing. Well, I know it's personal to you, but I hope we can still work together after this.
Understand my inability to shake your hand as a knight is no personal aversion to yourself or any other knight I've met. I just physically cannot.
Very well then. Maybe the next time I see you, we'll be unable to shake hands.
There'll be like a flicker of amusement across his face as he like works through that as like, is that an insult? Is that not an insult? No, we're good. He says, I hope for your case, good luck.
Thank you, Garen.
You can see Ursula's like grinning beside him.
That's great.
God, it's so good playing a low charisma character. Don't have to pretend to be suave. Dad and Adolin would be ready to head off at that point, I think.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You all want to talk to anybody else in the room?
I don't think so.
Yeah, sure, Lyra.
I don't know. I assumed we just see them later because we need to discuss
Are we?
plans and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're staying here, aren't we?
Yeah, we're
You
staying
have
here.
lodgings. Like
Hmm.
once you leave Garen's office, there's no technically you don't have a way of getting back in because this is his office. And he doesn't just let people wander into it.
Yeah.
So it depends whether or not you can track them down. So like Lyra, Kyle, Ursho,
We have a
and
silver
Garen will bugger off and go do their normal duties and stuff like that.
Hmm.
They will not just stay still.
Speaking stone for Ursha though.
You have that so you can contact Ursho.
Yeah.
So,
Hmm.
but that only links you to Ursho.
That's fine because
I did-
presumably he can keep in touch with the other folk as well.
Depends if he's with them.
I mean, I would just wish them luck, you know? Hopefully we come across paths again.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise things have gone
A
really
lot of
to
eye
shit.
contact.
I do believe I tagged Garen with favourite foe as well.
Technically, yeah. Are you keeping that up?
Why not?
Yeah,
Not
so
got
it's
anything
good
better
for
to
like
do.
8 hours now, I think. So
Yeah.
Alright.
yeah. So yeah, I just kind of maintain that
Okay.
for now. But yeah, I mean, shall we go get the show on the road? And
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
cool. I'd start to kind of lead them through Palmyre up to the headquarters of the Knights of Ash.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you would know, obviously, I think I described it last time, but I will do so again. The structure of Pearlmire is that the main temple of the Knights of Ash, which is the main building for the Knights of Ash, is located in the centre of the city.
Mm.
You'd also know that the library is located in the basement of that building.
Yes.
So like the main ground floor is the 3 temples that sort of merged into one. There's like a branch for Bahamut, Tyr and for Torm separately, so that it's sort of like a little trifle symbol thing. And then it's a spire upwards, and it is the tallest building in Pearlmire, so you can always like navigate to it kind of thing, with the offices and stuff being above the temple and things like that. So yeah, it's a large thing.
Offices.
Yeah, then there's got to be a finance department. There's got to be a HR department. They're all needed.
HR.
God forbid there's
Yeah.
no HR.
Would it be HR in kind of multi-species order like this?
Oh, that's
No.
a really good point. I mean, H
People
stands for
resources?
humanoid.
People resources.
Humanoid resources.
Humanoid resources.
That doesn't
Yeah.
sound right. Maybe HR or PR. No, PR is something else. Public relations, isn't it?
CR.
No, creature's a bit rude.
Challenge rating.
Department of Challenge Rating.
Creature resources could be a completely separate department where you go and get your mount. But yes, you can head up to the main temple. You would know that there's the main doorway, which would lead you into the temple level, where you go to each of the separate what.
No, I'm just looking at the postcard and there's a little Nessie.
Mm-hmm.
But Nessie's in the pavement, not in the river. It's there. That's the pavement.
Stop criticizing the art whilst we're streaming.
I'm not
beautiful.
gonna ask. I'm gonna continue with my
It's
life.
fine.
Yeah, you would know that entering through the ground floor, you what is mostly here is the grand staircase essentially, and then the temple. So you have a choice of going down towards the library and the other basement floors, or upwards towards the offices and things like that, which is where you'd head if you're like, hi, I want to sign up for my night trials, please.
Yep. Up the main steps
Up
and
we go.
up towards the main temple complex.
Main temple complex, awesome. So heading up to that, you'd get onto the first floor and then get stopped by 2 like guards, which are Knights of Ash, and be like, oh no, only Knights of Ash from here. But you're like, ah yes, I am trainee Knight of Ash. I want to speak to the head officers about doing my trials, please. And they'll be like, ah yes, of course, this way. You 2 have to stay here.
And we can just sit here, there's a bench, or you could leave us with a shopping list and we could try and get some stuff for you.
Multitasking.
Oh, very good idea. Yeah.
Okay.
Scribbles down like the shopping list of like, well, actually, don't know what I'm about to face tomorrow, so better to be over prepared.
Lovely.
And you go for shopping and mimosas.
We just had mimosas.
I don't see the problem.
Holly might be an alcoholic. Anyway, shopping.
They're mostly already.
I ain't judging.
Find you back at the Light Raven HQ afterwards?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Or in
fine.
a bar somewhere?
Do you have a way to contact
It has
each
a
other?
bar, so it's fine.
I could tag,
Oh, do you want to?
Do you tag him?
I could tag somebody with favourite foe and like follow you
Do
back.
you want to just like wait here for like how long do you think this will take? Because it will take less than an
Oh,
hour,
this will
right?
take like, yeah, I don't know, 30 minutes in and out.
Yeah,
Mhm.
at max 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I could cast telepathic bond, but we could save this for later if you want.
I think Adolin would be like, now that he's kind of like stood outside the temple at the top of what I assume is a very grand staircase, the kind of
It's a
gravity
little
of
bit
it.
of a waiting room with benches, but yeah.
Okay. Are we talking like an indoor? Are we inside the temple
You are
complex?
inside, yeah. So you would have gone inside, and the big grand staircase is gorgeous wooden oak staircase with lovely carvings on the banisters and stuff like that. Great big tapestries on the wall, and it's one of those ones that goes like that as well.
Yeah.
It's great, it's great. And then there's a set of stairs there, a set of double doors there that would lead you into the main like offices of the Knights of Ash, and that's where you would have been stopped by the guards. And there's a couple of benches there.
So there's a waiting room, but it's a waiting room with gravitas.
Yes. That you can look down into like the main entranceway to the
Wow.
temple.
I'm happy either way if you just want to wait here
We're
or.
not gonna get lost, and we know where to find each other. I think it's fine.
Yeah.
We survived without one another for long enough that I think we're
Yeah.
still
Yes.
capable of it.
As long as none of us get arrested again, we're good.
You know this town well.
Yeah.
I know this town well.
the guards
Kyle
stood there
with
like,
me.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Be arrested.
Pelmar's not like Dust Town.
Yeah.
We'll be fine here.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's policed by the Knights of Ash.
It's the holy
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they're not corrupt at all.
They're all great.
I did that very quiet.
Detect sarcasm. No idea. I'm happy if you just want to head up into town,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. I'll catch up with you later.
See you in a
Okay.
bit.
So, is it just the shopping that you two want to do?
Yeah.
Or is there anything else you want to achieve wandering around Pelmar?
Sightseeing.
Yeah. Can I show
Get the
Kai
lay of
some
the
of the cool
land.
sights?
Hmm.
That would be fun.
Okay.
Name a cool site.
Rat water.
Rat water.
I
Diss
love
my
it.
city.
Palmyra's got some, like, spicily named regions to the town.
I spend forever building amazing things for you.
I love it. Where is it? There we go.
Yeah. So, I mean, the closest bit to the castle ward is down the hill a little ways and you arrive
That
at
is- yeah,
Rat Water.
That is the closest place to where we are.
Yeah.
Amazing. Let's do it.
Is it really gentrified now? Is it, like, super trendy?
Well, the entirety of Pearlmire has been burnt to the ground several times and rebuilt, so it's all very nice.
There's a lot of hipster coffee shops.
They have a lot
Ooh,
of
yeah.
like they put a lot of effort into rebuilding the city multiple times and making it fireproof because that seems to be a recurring issue with them.
There's a river going through the town.
Yes, and I don't know how many times Adolin would know, but you would know that it's burnt out at least twice in the last century. So they're having great issues with this, but they have been putting a lot of work into rebuilding a lot of the buildings as like this white stone, and it is basically done. Like there's not many wooden buildings left in Pearlmire. So yeah, Rat Water, despite its name, is a really pretty part of town. You can see like immediately in front of the castle ward, which is where the main spire is that you're currently in. There's like a bit more of an open space that is mostly used for training by the Knights of Ash. So like they will be doing like melee and combat training in that area. So it's not really somewhere. It's not like a lovely garden to wander around. Area 3 on the map, though, literally called the Green, is a beautiful garden. It's got quite like trees. It's made for relaxing. That bit is like an actual city green for you to go chill out in, as opposed to a green for the knights to practice in. Kind of depends what you want to do. So there's not a lot in Pearlmire in terms of like it's not that kind of trade city like Dusthelm is, so it doesn't have a merchant's quarter. It's got some shops, but they're all functional. They all support the Knights of Ash. You're not going to find things like little patisseries or bakeries, little jewellery shops, things like that. Everything in Pearlmire supports the Holy Order. because that's the way the city is built. They don't create a lot of things in the city that don't directly support the knights. They do genuinely have to ship in a lot of food, a lot of animal feed, a lot of stuff like that, because they don't produce it in-house and they don't have farmland around them.
Like a very weird monoculture.
Yeah.
It's weird being back and realizing how irregular it is.
It's weird.
Yeah, I didn't think it when I was growing up, but then I've been just this film since now I'm coming back and like, yeah, this is how does this work?
Who designed this?
The knights!
It's not, well, actually, it's everything.
It's their city!
They had one thing,
And they
you
never
had to,
have time off. They never want to go to a cafe. They never want to just do casual shopping.
Yeah, and nobody else lives here.
No.
There's
Well, they're not
there are
forced to
no
live here.
children in the street.
There are. They just don't.
They're little serious knights.
Yeah.
Children aren't common in the city, not because like they're driven out or anything horrible like that,
They're
but
just in school 24/7.
it's mostly that if there are children, it's because it's higher up Knights of Ash that actively live in the city and run the city, have their families here.
If
kind
the
of thing.
knights don't live in the city, who does?
So the Knights are encouraged to roam.
Then
So
who lives there?
there's a lot of trainees in the city and stuff like
Okay.
that. There's a lot of knights that don't actively become roaming knights, so those that get prescribed as clerics, scribes, things like that, where there's a more, oh yeah, if we have you at home base, that's more useful kind of thing. There's also quite a few levels of training, so like Adolin's been through, I think, 4 years of training as a Knight of Ash.
Like a degree.
And yeah, essentially, not everybody does it in 4 years. Some people do it in 10. So it takes people different lengths of time to become ready to be released out into the world as a squire, before then coming back and sitting the night trials kind of thing. And
Released.
I release you, off you go! Go fly, little bird. Yeah, literally, yeah, that's what they do. They train them up until they're at a level that they're like, this person can go and help people. They let them out into the world to go and do their walkabouts and figure out like how they fit into the world and how they want to fit into the world, and then come back and sit the night trials to prove that they have become a better person because of it. And then the Knights of Ash will go, yes, you are.
Well done.
You're doing really well. You are a helpful, contributing person in this society. We give you this accolation
You
that
get
is
a
a Knight of
badge.
Ash. Go off and spread the word and help people. And then they either disperse and bugger off into the world to go and help people and spread the word of their god, or they stay and help train the next generation or something like that. So yeah, there's not a lot of kids in the city because most Knights of Ash don't originate in Pearlmire. They are brought from other places. People come to Pearlmire to become a Knight of Ash.
Somewhere in the city there is a town, there's a little kid who has a dream of moving to Dusthelm to become a barista.
Yeah, probably. Probably. Like some commander's son or something like that is just like, I want to open my own coffee shop.
I'll never be like you, Dad.
Yeah. There probably is.
I like art, Dad. It's viable.
And like, once they finish their initial trials as well, if they get ascribed to like the cleric quadrant or something like that, they then have to go through the training to become a cleric as well, like and stuff like that.
Taught her to read and write.
Is that what your plan after this is?
Yeah, you can go back and do another degree,
Gonna park myself on a desk for the rest of my life.
become a scribe. Yeah.
Level 9 ranger, never leaves the house.
Yeah, so it's a weird city because it isn't a self-sustaining city, but it's not made to be a self-sustaining city because it's basically an oversized training camp.
Okay.
It's a giant army base.
But that also means like there isn't like nice things to see like museums and coffee shops and stuff like that. There isn't really. It's not. Pearlmire's not built for that.
So this is the park.
What a nice park.
Yeah.
What's that?
That's the fountain, but it's more of a statue now because the water stopped running when I was like 12, I think, and I've just never got it fixed. We don't have
Nice.
any plumbers, you see.
Yeah, checks out.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have to like request the plumbers from Dust Elm, and then it takes like at least 10 days for them to get there.
Up there on the priority list. I know that a couple of knights tried praying for divine intervention to fix it, but apparently
No one cares.
it's not that high up on the priority list for the gods either. So
Could you just do a create water and fix it?
Perpetually.
I mean, I can fix it for you right now. So like, sure, I do that.
Oh,
Yay!
that's so nice. Hmm.
Ta-da!
It's beautiful.
I feel like I'm 12 again.
I imagine it's maybe like a fountain that's like a Bahamut fountain kind of thing. So it's like a large like dragon-esque figure that's like spouting water out the mountain moor
Very
kind of
cool.
thing.
It's like a breath weapon. Very cool.
Mm.
Excellent. But this is pretty much it.
Cool. Well, it's a good park.
Yeah. Mhm.
Mm.
Shall we go to the shops?
Yeah. Let's.
Okay.
Okay, we're not going to do the shopping on stream. Sorry.
We've
done it already.
It's done.
Yeah.
We
It
did
was it was an endeavour, but my God, it's
Shall we say all the things we got?
Um,
Or nah?
It's a very long list.
we got some cool shit.
Mm. Or we
Do you
can
wanna
surprise
do
the
that
audience with it
thing
in
where
combat.
You like you got a new cloak and stuff. Do you want to describe your new outfit, your new kit? What do you look like now? Do you look super stylish? Did you get a haircut in game as well as out of game?
The haircut I got out of game is the same haircut I got before.
Mm.
Yeah,
I
but
just
like
got a trim.
how about Kai?
Sure.
Right.
We've got some time to kill. I like doing some stuff. We could look like brand new people for when we go to see him next.
Whilst you figure that out, I'm going to flick back to Adolin if that's alright.
Yeah.
But Adolin, yeah, you are allowed into the main offices. Inside the doors, there's somebody that directs you to the correct department, essentially.
Department, the qualifications department.
The trials department.
Mm.
And you'd find an individual sat behind the desk that would greet you.
Mm.
And I'm guessing you asked them, hi.
I report in as Squire Adolin. Squire Adolin Torve, reporting back to Paramar to undergo the trials.
Excellent. Do you want to undergo them right away? Shall I put you on the list?
As soon as possible. Tomorrow would be ideal.
She would open up what is essentially a calendar in front of her, like a nice little Outlook
great.
calendar, and flick through it, and you see like she's sliding several layers out, kind of thing, of like several different people's calendars that she's checking,
Wow.
of like who's on rota and stuff like that.
Oh, not that guy. He's a hard ass. You don't want him.
Well, we can do tomorrow afternoon. Does that sound alright?
Yes, thank you.
Very welcome. Very welcome. Adolin Torve. Excellent. Report back tomorrow afternoon.
Did you say Antorve?
Adolin Torve.
You weren't here. There was a whole discussion about Adolin's last name, which Alex didn't know.
I put the pronunciation guide in the backstory, and it's still got mispronounced.
Dyslexia. Fuck off.
Torve. She thought it was Trove.
Like a treasure trove.
Okay.
Which is nice because he's a treasure.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are a treasure. It's true.
I thank her. I ask her who in the order is kind of conducting the trials at present.
Oh, you don't get to learn that until you walk through, I'm afraid.
Oh my God.
I
I'm so
understand.
nervous.
I have some people I'd like to sit in to witness the trials.
Mhm.
Are they allowed to show up with me tomorrow?
How
Be able
many?
to? 2 and a dog.
A dog?
A dog. Mm. He's very well behaved.
Who has Clifford?
You do.
have
You
Clifford.
have Clifford.
You definitely have Clifford. The Knights of Ash were not letting that thing into their offices.
Hey, that's our dog.
She would look at you and be like, we don't usually allow animals.
He's very well behaved.
We can leave him with Garen in our show.
Okay.
Good. I can see
If he interrupts, we will have to remove him.
I understand.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. But yes, 3 individuals, it's fine. They can sit at the back of the hall. Yes.
Thank you very much.
If
Didn't think she'd be so confused over the concept of a dog.
no, I doubt anybody's ever asked to bring their dog into a trial before.
What are they meant to do? Find a babysitter?
Yes.
But nobody lives here.
I doubt many people in Perma have dogs.
Really? But surely they have a whole ranger, beast companion faction.
So beast companions are
animals.
different from dogs though, because they gain a level of sentience and communication with their bonded person.
It's
which
not
you-
just a dog.
Which is not just a dog, so
I
you
think
can
Clifford's
tell them
got
to
that.
sit in your room and it'll be fine. You don't have that with Clifford because Clifford leaves when you leave and you haven't got a way to stop him.
Yeah, we should we can practice that this evening with the telepathic bond.
Oh,
We can just
good
be
grief.
While
here's
we're at
the
the
deal.
green, can we play fetch with Clifford and his inability to bite things?
Oh my god, yes. You would see that he would not he's not running after the stick, he just teleports to it, grabs it and teleports back.
It's still training.
I'm trying to do some research here, and I just typed in Clifford. So that's where I'm at.
But yes, the woman would be a little confused. She would say that the invigilators, if they ask for Clifford to be removed, he will have to be removed.
Hmm.
Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I can demonstrate his behaviour in front of them to prove he will be on his best behaviour.
Okay, that's fine. If he's fine at the back and he's quiet,
Mhm.
I don't think that you'll have a problem. But if he starts barking and getting in the way,
Mhm.
they will ask for him to be removed.
Okay.
Okay.
And that. I know I'm not allowed to know how the trial will be conducted.
Mhm.
He's very protective.
It might be best if you leave him at home then.
Okay. Good. Thank you for.
I can't tell you what's in your trial, so I can't tell you if there is something that will react to your dog.
Or that the dog will react to.
Yeah, he's rather reactive. That's fair.
It's very nice that you love your dog very dearly and you consider him family, but it might not be the best place for him.
Mhm. I appreciate the warning. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Good luck with your trials.
Just like, turns and walks out, thinking, "Oh boy, Clifford, yikes." Okay.
You just asked to sit one of the most important exams of your life, and the main focus of that conversation is, can I bring my dog in?
Yes,
Yeah.
that seems right.
Emotional support dog.
Everything else is pretty controllable, but Clifford as a variable is definitely the bit I was not sure about.
That's very fair.
I mean, it's not like he could ask any questions about the trials.
So they don't necessarily know that. Like, they don't know what kind of sentience level Clifford is.
Mhm.
So
No,
that-
I meant Adolin couldn't ask any other
No,
questions,
he's
so
not.
his focus would be the dog.
Yeah.
That's the bit he knows things about.
I suppose, yeah.
So I was like, my dog's very protective.
Yeah.
So if I'm about to get jumped by like 3 big dudes in armour as part of a trial.
On the way to the trial, unrelated to what's actually going on.
Yeah, Adolin kind of potters back out of the temple complex thing, just kind of like soaking up the atmosphere a bit, just enjoying being back, admiring the city of Perlmire and all the temple complex.
It's a lovely summer's day.
I think he wanders off to find like the main temple of Torm actually, and just kind of sit and mull things over for a bit. Doesn't like actively reach out to Jorce or anything, just goes looking for the main temple and then just goes inside and takes a pew to sit and think for a bit.
Okay. Oh, I think that's lovely.
Hmm. Yeah, and after a while, just says a few prayers, then gets up and goes back out into the city to look for Polly and Kai and Clifford.
Yeah. The temple itself, as I said before, it's like this 3-pronged building, so that none of the gods are favoured over another in position or anything like that. And you can head down into the Torm spire, and there are other knights and clerics there praying. There's somebody cleaning the stones that lead up to the main altar, just because they need cleaned every so often, and things like that. There's gorgeous stained glass windows in this room that are just filtering light in multitudes of colours across the floor. Very pretty. It's also pristine. They obviously take a good care of this.
Do any of the stained glass windows show a blue sword?
Ooh.
Ooh, okay.
Or an angel with eyes on their wings?
Okay, do you want to take a bit of time wandering around? So,
Yeah.
like, the way that this is it's a long, sort of rectangular shape with a bit of a point at one end, and
Yeah.
that's where the main stained glass windows is. So there's 2 main stained glass windows there, and then lots of little ones down the wings. Do you want to do a little loop?
Yeah,
Okay. Can you roll me an investigation check?
sure. Investigation or religion?
You're looking for things, so investigation.
Once you've found the thing.
Can't argue with that logic. You're looking for something, so no.
You're not trying to religious it, you're trying to look for it.
17.
A 17, okay, cool. So you do a lap of the room and then go back and like individually look for things. There's a lot of different stained glass windows. A lot of them are a lot smaller, and some of them aren't necessarily depicting actual things. Some of them are more just, that's a pretty swirl kind of thing, and it doesn't really mean anything to you. The 2 main ones at the far end of the Torm branch, pardon me, one of them depicts a gauntlet on a red background. So it's quite a simple one, but it is a gauntlet of Torm.
Yeah.
On a red background. The other main stained glass window is a very familiar scene to you, because you've seen this in a couple of visions now, of that grass. I always get this the wrong way around when I'm trying to talk about
Is
it
it
now.
the-
Maroon grass with a green sky. Is it
Turquoisey teal sky.
Yeah, it's that. And you can see the depiction of the grass gently waving in the breeze, bright teal sky, and a beautiful sun setting off in the distance behind some hills.
No figures in this scene.
There's no figures in this.
Just bare landscape.
Bare landscape.
Cool. I think that gives him a bit of unease.
Okay.
Well, like not unease, but eerie familiarity.
Okay.
Do any of the angels in the windows look like Joris at all? Is he making an appearance here?
So there's no angels in any of the bigger of the stained glass windows. The smaller ones, when I'm talking big, I'm talking like, we're talking like 2 stories high kind of thing. We're talking big. The little ones are all like maybe 3 foot tall though, so you're not talking about a lot of detail. Any angel that is depicted in any of these scenes, it has just a blank face. They do not have eyes.
Makes sense.
Kind of thing. So like you look at a couple and you're like, that could be Joris. I mean, it's got a sword, it's got wings, it's got, because Joris has like dark brownish hair, doesn't he? Yeah, from the artwork that you gave me. Like several of them have dark brown hair and pale skin. Could be Joris.
Yeah.
But it's hard to tell. Yeah, it's just sort of like, there's about 3 of them that could be.
Yeah.
It could all be the same angel. It could all be different angels. It could just be a generic representation of an angel. Very hard to tell. None of them are like labelled as such as, this is Joris, Angel of Torm, battling diddle-da. There's nothing really helpful like that, I'm sorry.
Okay. Cool.
You seem puzzled.
No, I was just envisioning.
Okay.
Envisioning. Cool.
Okay.
Anchor.
And heading back to the Light Ravens, or are you wandering around the city looking for those 2?
Wandering around off his memory of like 4 odd years earlier, or I suppose no, you'd only have left Fathomless like a few months ago.
Wow.
Is it only a few months?
Well,
I thought it was closer to a year.
Closer to a year, yeah.
Okay.
Based on his memory of that, kind of like going around all the kind of like supply shops and depots, and then stop to think, where serves mimosas around
No, we're
Fathomless?
at the
We're at
park.
the park.
I'm not sure you'd clock that.
No, see,
Doesn't
enough.
doesn't know us but at all.
He'd just go looking for you, yeah.
Okay.
And then eventually, I think if he doesn't
That's-
find you, back to
It's like your training for your trial. This is the real trial. Is can you track
I
us
track
down?
you down.
Your trials have begun. Okay. I think with Adolin's train of thought of, yeah, they're going to go to a bar, they're going to go get drinks, and they're not at a bar, they are playing fetch in the park. I don't think you would find them, naturally.
Yeah.
And Paramar is not the kind of place that there would be people screaming in the streets because there's a ghost dog playing fetch in the
I
park.
was
either.
about to ask. I was like, can I just ask around about the dog?
There's enough weird things in Pearlmire, like mounts and companions and stuff like that a ghost dog is actually not too out of place.
I love it
here. Like people do comment on weird things. Like a ghost dog is still weird, but nobody's gonna be like running screaming from it. They'll just be like, "Oh, I've not seen that one before." Okay, kind of thing. So yes, we're playing fetch with Clifford in the park,
It's true.
And we did our shopping.
and you've done your
That's true.
shopping. Do you want to do anything else? Anything specific, or do you want to head back to the
Not
Light
at the
Ravens?
park.
Not at the park. Okay.
Yeah. I
Okay.
think not the park.
Okay. Heading back to the Light Ravens for dinner, sleep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Chat. It's not that late yet. So
No,
We'll,
no.
we'll talk about some stuff.
Even if you took a couple of hours to play fetch.
God, if we're trying to wipe out that dog. If we can render him unconscious, then it's fine if he misses the trials tomorrow.
Could we not just ask someone to watch him?
No, I'm gonna cast Feign Death
Oh.
on him.
Again with the
Carry a
thing there.
dead dog in.
No, just leave him behind.
Okay.
So feign dead and then ask someone to watch him.
Yeah. I am kidding, but I mean it's an option. Anyways, hopefully he'll be so exhausted that he just won't wake up.
Who would want to
Totally.
babysit the dog? Because I feel like Ursula wouldn't.
Nobody we know wants to babysit this
I
dog.
think Boss Man and the dog would get on real well.
Which boss man?
Boss Man.
Garen.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You want to ask Garen to
I know.
look after Clifford?
He seems so serious.
I think they have a lot in
Did
common.
Lyra get on well with him?
Lyra didn't really
By him,
interact.
I mean Clifford.
I did get that, thank you. Lyra didn't really interact with Clifford at all.
Did Ursula interact with Clifford?
Ursula has petted him a couple of times and is a bit freaked out, but you can see he's kind of got used to him because you did
Okay.
spend like 10 days travelling
Yeah,
with him and
That's
stuff
true.
like
Okay,
We can ask
sure,
Ursula.
yeah.
that. Okay.
A
They're
plan.
friends.
Perfect.
Okay, so we are back at the Light Ravens.
Yay.
You've got a room there that you sleep in that they did put a dog bed in for you for
very
Clifford. Are we gathering there? We're gathering in the that lounge area where you had your breakfast.
A wee bit of privacy might be quite good.
Have some chats.
Yeah.
Okay, we link
Okay.
back up in the room then.
It's arranged for tomorrow
Lovely.
afternoon,
Gosh, that was quick.
and you will be allowed to witness.
Cool.
Nice.
They said that was fine. They were a bit more questionable about Clifford.
We can get him a babysitter. Dog sitter.
Do we know anybody that can handle Clifford?
I think
Ursula.
Ursula's the best bet.
Ursula can deal with Kyle, he can deal with Clifford.
Can Ursula
Hmm.
deal with Kyle?
Well, they're friends apparently.
That's true.
Clifford must be pretty used to Ursula by now.
Yeah.
They've been around a bit.
And hopefully after this evening, we'll have a little bit more of an understanding with Clifford.
I'm very nervous about this, but
That sounded really threatening.
Yeah, I'm going to blackmail the dog.
blackmail dog. Shopping trip went well.
We have all the things.
Well, there was one thing, I don't know why you put the hand and eye of Vecna on your list, but we couldn't get that. It was a bit out of our price range.
You couldn't find that in like a thrift shop down
I
the
know
way?
we found it, it was just expensive.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, you got to haggle them down a bit, you know.
No, I didn't have the skills, so sorry.
Shame. Showing up to a nightly trial with the fucking hand and eye of Vecna. I'm ready.
That would be pretty good.
Dear God, please don't.
Chanting in abyssal.
I think that Alex's fear implies this is possible. Let's do it.
They exist in my world.
Let's find them.
What are we doing chasing after these instruments of light? Let's go after them.
Yeah.
You don't know about them as characters.
Oh.
Wow.
Cool. Yeah, Adolin would start kind of like going through all the shopping, like,
Yes!
fantastic, right? Like the new sword, like, oh, that's lovely. Perfectly balanced, love it. The new cape, like, it's great. Yeah.
You do a little fashion show.
Yeah.
I insist you guys all twirl with
You
your
do-
new capes.
We all dramatically swoosh with new
Yes.
capes.
Clifford chases his tail.
What is getting put on Clifford, by the way?
Oh,
I need to
his
adjust
French.
his stat
cloak of
pool.
displacement, collar of protection.
And the +2 insignia of claws.
Yeah, so he's got a little badge on his rain jacket.
Oh.
Okay.
So he's now an absolute beast in
Wait, was it
combat.
+1 or +2?
+2.
+2, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
A really strong dog.
Yeah.
Are
It
you
might
right?
be time for me just to hand Clifford to you guys,
Greg,
and you
ready
can
things?
deal with his magic items because you're doing this to yourself.
I mean, only it does not a lot changes. He gets attacked with disadvantage, unless obviously damage gets taken. +1 to all of his saves.
Yeah, I'm still handing this off to you.
And okay, that's fine.
I will send you Clifford's stat block in a second,
Excellent.
and somebody can deal with him.
You still have to voice him though.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah, I play all NPCs in RP situations, but I can hand them off to you in combat situations when I can't be bothered with them. Okay, so we're having a discussion about the trials?
Yeah.
Do you know anything about them at all?
Only what I've heard secondhand. In fact, well, heard firsthand from knights that have undergone said trials, the more senior knights of the order, but they wouldn't talk about the specifics of it. Trials are apparently tailored individually to the squire in question.
How do they know you well enough to tailor them?
I mean, they train us. They teach us about, be it Torm or Tir Bahamut, and assess us all kind of while they do it. Knights of Ash don't have many secrets from the higher ups of the order. What?
You said many, that means there are some.
I mean, well,
Do you know how long it is? An hour? A day? A
uh,
week?
I imagine it's closer to an hour, but maybe a little longer, maybe a little shorter.
When I last watched, they
Of course, your cousin.
tested different things.
You've
So I mean,
seen one.
There's a reason that they're called the trials, plural, is because they had to test various things. But again, it's catered to the individual, so maybe that was just for Varro. And yeah, so there was fighting prowess. There was other things like magic.
I was guessing there would be 3.
Yeah.
3 seems like a good number.
3 does seem like a good number.
I mean, I guess, yeah, that covers all of the bases, the fighting, the know-how, the magic aspects that are kind of expected, depending on what kind of action you plan on going into. Yeah.
What order did your cousin go into? A more martial side of things? A more...
He wanted to be a paladin. Alex is looking at me like I misremembered my own
No,
backstory.
that's good. No, you do well. You do
Okay,
well.
excellent.
Did he succeed?
I don't think so.
No, you succeeded.
Oh.
Oh shit, yeah. He did.
How do you succeed but don't succeed?
That's a
Was
really,
he fired really quickly?
He was anointed as the Knight of Ash.
he passed, but he didn't pass on his own merits.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I understand. Interference is explicitly forbidden.
Yes. And that probably would have been disallowed if he had known that there was interference going on.
Did you...
He can't cast. He can't
Ollie!
cast magic, and he thought he did, and I didn't realize until later on that I could cast and he couldn't cast, so I just helped.
Ollie!
And they believed he did it.
How did you not know you could do magic?
It's just
How did he think he was doing it without doing it?
when we were kids, like every so often, like cool things would happen when we were together, and I just assumed it was him, and he assumed it was him, and he was so devout that like I just didn't question it. And then one day it happened when he wasn't there, and I kind of realised, but by that point it was too late, and he was really set on a path, so I just kept on helping him.
Does he know?
Yes, unfortunately, he does.
Well, yeah, it's going to become noticeable at some point. You can't be with him 24/7.
He noticed in his trials, there was a bit where he had to heal somebody and he couldn't do it, so I sent one of my bees over to like, and just obviously like the bee thing is a little obvious, so nobody else noticed, but he noticed and he was very angry, so I bounced, and I don't know what happened since. So maybe he's still a paladin, maybe he quit.
Maybe
I don't think he quit. He loved it so much.
Or maybe he redid it on his own.
He's very angry at me though.
So
I think we'll see him tomorrow.
I really fucking hope not.
Oh. He and he didn't say anything during the trial. He let them. He let them award him the knighthood.
That's a really good point. Actually, he never did say a thing. Not at the time. He didn't talk to me about it until later, and yep, boy was he pissed.
Was he more upset with you or with himself?
I would say with me. He destroyed my hives. That's why I went home.
Oh, wow.
Is that why they live in a bag now?
That's why they live in a bag now. Yeah.
It wasn't the bee's fault.
I guess he blames it because it was there.
I can understand lashing out, but that's too far. That's not.
I don't think I like your cousin.
Knight's Vash should be better than that.
He's the sweetest person. I just really...
Apart from when he's committing animal cruelty.
I just really fucked up. And so it's kind of on me as much as it is on him.
Neither of you knew. It's not your fault.
I knew eventually. And he knew eventually. And neither of us really did the right thing.
I think maybe you should have said something before the trial.
Yeah,
Probably.
That's
I'm
what
trying
I'm
to be
telling you
gentle.
now. I'm kindly telling you that I'm not going to cheat for you.
I wasn't expecting you
I
to.
didn't think you would.
I've learned my lesson, and I don't want. I'm not gonna do that again.
Oh man, if on the wildest off chance he happens to be one of the assessors and he sees you come in with me,
Oh my god, maybe I should go.
Is
Adolin,
this
you
going to
really
be-
need a good chance.
is this going to be a problem?
I mean, he didn't pass. It's been some time, but I don't think he'll have progressed that far. No disrespect to him.
You don't think he'd be senior enough yet to be
I'm trying
overseeing
to
one of these?
ignore Alex's little faces.
I'm just rereading your backstory, thank you very much.
You must be over the moon that your players are RPing amongst themselves to this degree.
I'm good for a bit. I can have my snacks. It's great.
Ooh, that's nice.
It was like 10 odd years ago now, wasn't it?
Well, that's quite a while.
Yeah.
You never specified. I know how old
None of us
Barrow
have a
was
timeline
when
in
he
our
sat his final exam.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He was
So-
in his 20s, wasn't he?
He was 19.
19,
He
yeah.
was 19 when he
So
sat
yeah,
his
it's
exam.
not-
He was very young when he joined the Knights of
Was he
Ash.
like a bit of a prodigy then? I guess. Quite driven, quite.
We come from a family that kind of a lot of us would
Mm.
become knights, and our like great something father was one of like the proper higher up people. Order of Light.
Wow. Wow, we are learning a lot about Polly
So,
today.
like, I don't know. I think you knew that already. I
Mm.
mentioned it. I don't brag about it because like.
Were those not the people we were talking about yesterday?
People?
The Order of Light.
The Order of Light. Yeah, they came up last time.
Yeah.
There's a couple of
I have it written that they're very zealous.
Yes.
they're like the super hardcore folks.
Yeah.
I believe a couple of the names on our list are part
From the
of the Order
Order.
of Light.
At least one of them was.
High Knight Gregwin and is it Lightweaver or?
Like that.
It's one of the clerics with a really cool
Yeah.
like, title.
Yeah.
The cleric is
High Knight.
Right, but not High Knight Gregwin.
Arva Light Wielder and
Light Wielder.
and High Knight Gregwin both are.
Oh, but
Yeah.
never right. They're everywhere.
It's so funny. My list, all of them, it has like little brackets, usually with their positions. Helen, obviously, her position is just dead. But then there's also Professor Klein Verdon's position is just their pronoun.
Yeah, we don't know anything about the
Yeah.
prof, do
No.
we?
Yeah,
Absolutely
or-
nothing other than that they're non-binary.
Can I read my own handwriting? Clarendon?
Clarendon, yeah, and Herman,
Yeah.
Greyblade. We don't know anything
Elaborate?
about them either.
I'm trying to find the
Mm,
list.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't think we know anything about them
No.
yet. Certainly not
Yeah, I've
Knights of
got 3
Ash.
people with no info on them.
Mm.
Anywho, I bring this up mainly because that they tested him on his magic, and I think they knew he was kind of shit at it. So they're probably going to test you on things that you might be kind of shit at.
Is there
Um,
anything we can practice right now?
um,
Lying.
Adolin is super bad at that. But you'd say, like, no, that's not a weakness for a Knight of Ash. We don't seek to deceive.
I mean, but sometimes you have to. Like, if you had gone into Greyford nice and honest and been like, "Hi, I'm here to check if any of you are corrupt individuals," how do you
We
think
would
that
all
would have
be
gone?
dead.
There's a difference between lying to somebody's face and infiltrating a fort by other means.
Okay, so your solution is to just find a different option rather than ever lying ever. Have you ever lied?
I have lied in the past. I'm not very good at it.
Okay.
Tell a lie. Do it right now.
What do you think of
Um,
this collar? And I give this the awful the holy symbol one.
Did you say awful or I feel?
Awful.
I'd say, like, I think it's. I feel no uncomfortableness at this. Please stop.
I'm convinced.
They're not going to test me on that, surely.
I literally don't
No
know.
idea. Never seen one.
Lying?
No idea what's happening.
I don't see why they need to test me on lying. I'm comfortable in combat, spellcasting. I guess I have somewhat of an ace in the hole as well. If I need to draw on it.
That's true. That's very awesome. Like, if they just
Oh,
saw
yeah.
that, they would be like, "You're hired. You're just gonna be a PR guy.
Hired.
We're gonna put you on all the posters.
Oh my god, you're going to become the new Captain America!
We're gonna put a statue of you in
God.
the park."
My other character's the Captain America of the party as well.
Amazing.
Paladin with a big shield.
I love it. Excellent.
I'm honestly not sure what they could test me on as a weakness.
You are a very trusting individual.
Mm.
I say
Mhm.
that with love.
That could be taken advantage of.
It absolutely could.
I can sort of see
Are we just
deception.
roasting Adolin now?
Let's pick him apart and see what his greatest weaknesses are.
Viewers,
Let's
chime
talk
in.
about your character flaws.
Wow, way to boost his confidence the night before one of the biggest days of his life.
Get in the comments.
Roast me. Tear me to shreds.
You.
I will just.
I love how you acknowledge that and like, anyway, back to the roasting.
Yeah, we need to try and think of the problems that you
That
might.
we can fix quickly.
Yes, absolutely. You are a very good fighter.
Yes.
I have seen you fight both ranged and in melee, and you have done excellently in both of those, so I don't think that's a problem. You are good at stealth, you're good at being sneaky, you are good at tracking. These are all wonderful things. What is he
Good
bad
at magic, good at strategy.
He's good at magic, that's true.
Look at all these wonderful things you're good at.
Yeah.
Yay.
I
All the
think
things I
it's
built my character to do.
Just very trusting.
just a little naive. But
Yeah.
like that's fine because you're a baby.
This whole 5-year age difference is
He's a baby.
He is a young adult.
baby.
A very young
Mm.
adult.
It's whatever it is tomorrow. We'll be ready for it.
But what if you're not? I would
Not we,
much-
you.
I would much rather that we be over-prepared than unprepared.
I'd feel very well
Do you
prepared.
get to keep your magic items while you're doing it?
Did everyone get to keep stuff?
Are you allowed to take in anything that you want?
Like the
If
things
I'm-
on your person.
If I'm open about it.
As far as you're aware, yeah.
I am packing this many magic items, you know.
So I don't think Varro would have had as much as Adolin walking into the trials.
No, I imagine not.
No.
Well,
But you would know that Varro would have taken whatever he wanted in, essentially. like his blade, his shield, all that kind of stuff. His spell casting focus.
His holy symbol. He prayed to that thing every night.
Oh no.
Did he not know he was a fighter instead of a paladin?
Listen, he was really good as a fighter. I
You could become an Eldritch Knight. It could
have
happen.
redone this whole thing, I would have.
Oh, that'd be weird. An Eldritch Knight in an order of like divine people, like an arcane caster.
Yeah.
I mean, you can still be devout, I suppose.
Yeah.
What's the point? I guess are there like wizards and stuff in Fathomless?
Yeah. So
Mm.
mechanically speaking, anybody can become a Knight of Ash. To become a full knight in terms of like a paladin knight, you don't have to be a paladin class to do that. You just need to show the correct skill set to be a paladin.
Okay.
So in a more fantasy kind of state thing of you need to show good judgment, you need to show martial prowess, divine connection, casting, that kind of thing. That's what makes a paladin to them. They don't care how you do that mechanically. If you are like a blade singer wizard, if you are a fighter with like devotion to them, if you're a warlock, hexblade warlock, something like that. However,
You took the magic initiate feat.
yeah, literally anything that gets you there will get you there. Like you're not a paladin, but you're going for the paladin side of things.
Yeah.
You are a ranger with divine casting and things like that, going for a paladin. So anybody can become a paladin in that thing. If they fail that kind of test, they can be put up for different tests, kind of things like the scribes, the clerics.
The scribes.
Nobody ever wants to be a
Can
scribe.
you retake it?
Pardon?
Can you retake the test, the trial?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, if you fail it, they're not going to stop you. Then if you continuously fail your trials because
They
you're
might have
going
a
for a
chance.
specific division,
Yeah.
they
Maybe
will
this is
nudge
the
you
calling
towards
for
a
you.
different division and say, I'm sorry, but you're not suited for that. You
Okay.
need to stop going for it. So if somebody that only had scribe abilities continuously went for the paladin things, they would deny them eventually.
I can imagine how that trial would look. It would be kind of funny, but also like, oh bless, they're trying.
It's sad.
They would actually probably be quite gruesome, because if it's a scribe going for a paladin trial, they're probably going to test their martial abilities, and they won't have them.
Can Adolin die?
In general, yes.
Like during the trial?
Yeah.
It's
Have people
theoretical.
been killed?
Occasionally, yes, but they usually bring them back if they die during the trial.
Oh, that's a really
That's so nice of them.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry about that, kid. Oh well, on your feet, off you
Well,
go.
yeah, if they're going to put you in danger, they're not going to be dicks about it and make you die for it, kind of thing.
Wow.
They're going to let you, like, they're going to bring you back and then, like, allow you to retake the trial when you're ready, kind of thing. All good?
Yes.
I'm very nervous.
It'll be fine. I've got you two backing me up. It'll be alright.
What do you mean us two?
Well, you'll be in the room. You'll be there for moral support.
Yes.
I was going to include Clifford, but you're right, we're leaving him home.
I
Yes.
think perhaps Clifford should stay behind.
Should we go ask Ursula if he's willing to watch Clifford?
Should we ask Clifford if he's okay staying?
Clifford, you're being babysat tomorrow.
You can't speak Celestial.
I know, I'm speaking in common and just hoping he agrees.
He's just looking at you with a little dopey grin. He's
Oh.
like sleeping on somebody's foot at the moment.
Sure,
He's
he's
quite
fine
tired.
with it.
I want to do the thing, and
Sure.
it also means like it'll be a nice wee distraction from you panicking about this trial, but also it might be some good intel that we can then pass on to Ursula.
Oh, that's true. Should we get Ursula in the room so he's in on the bomb?
Oh,
So that we can
No,
quite-
that's a terrible idea on Alex's. She would have to RP two PCs at the same time.
Then let's do it.
Do whatever you want. I'm a DM. I knew that this was a high possibility.
Okay, then let's do it.
Okay, you want to go get Ursula?
Yeah,
Yes.
we get him in good spirits, and then we drop the bomb that he's babysitting the dog.
Yes.
Do you use the sending stone to fetch her?
Sure, yeah.
That's easier than wandering about
Hey,
looking for
Ursula.
yes.
That is easier, yes. I think it'd be quite easy to do a quick backwards and forwards with Ursula to say that you want to have a quick meeting with him, and he wouldn't immediately appear. It'd take him like half an hour to come down, but yeah, he would appear in the room. Yes.
Hi.
How's it going?
It's going all right.
Have you saved the world yet?
Trying every day.
Any leads on the bloody Krakens from today?
Bits and pieces. We're slowly working our way through the warehouses and the warehouse district. Slowly, because we don't want to startle them and things like that. If we do, they might kill valuable. So
Of course.
yeah, so it's getting there. It is definitely started, and it is definitely going okay.
Good.
Excellent.
Adolin has a new spell.
It's true.
That's lovely.
She wants to cast it on us.
All of us.
That's lovely. Do you need me for something specific? Sorry.
For the spell casting.
Yeah.
Um,
We're
What?
going to have a
The-
conversation.
Okay.
We're going to get some more intel, hopefully, is the plan. From
About the
Clifford.
warehouses?
No, from Clifford about the cup.
The dog.
Yes. The dog.
About the cup.
About the cup.
So Clifford was like a sort of guardian spirit for this cup.
Oh.
At the underneath.
Yeah, we're not just keeping this dog for fun. He's an eyewitness.
I mean, you did tell me he was just your dog when you showed up.
Very true.
Yeah, we've been.
He is also our dog.
I forgot we were lying.
You never told him the truth about it.
So-
He is also our dog.
So
Okay.
we found him in the room where the cup was being held under the temple and Little Shark outside Snowport. Was that outside? No, Cliffnook, of course. Because that's
Clifford
what
with Clifford.
Yeah.
Yes, you see our thought process.
Yeah, he's a good name.
When we found the room where the cup was, there was a magic circle inscribed on the floor, and the cup was gone, but Clifford was still there. He saw what happened. And we're not quite sure we can get the full story out of him, or at least we haven't been able to up till now. But with telepathic bond, we might be able to get some more details out of him.
Right.
Also, we'd like you to babysit him tomorrow afternoon.
We were going to wait until we had the good info.
We were trying to
until we
build
were
up to that.
You want me to babysit your dog?
Yes, but also this is really important.
Your dog that teleports
Adolin's
randomly.
doing his night trials and they said we can't bring the teleporting dog.
That makes a lot of sense.
Can
I'm
you
not
tell
sure
when
how
the
you
dog
want.
could teleport?
Somebody needs to watch him because he can teleport.
And he knows you and he trusts you,
Yes.
and maybe if we can talk to him now,
It
We-
would be even better.
yeah.
I will look after him to the best of my ability. If he teleports away from me, I hold no responsibility for your teleporting dog.
I understand.
You're a
Okay.
terrible guardian, but we love you.
I'm telling you I'm a terrible guardian.
Well, we were playing fetch with him earlier and he seems to like that, so that could be a way to get him to come back if...
You want me to take your teleporting dog to the park and
No,
play
I
fetch
mean
with
if he
him?
goes away you can be like, hey, ball, blum, and then he'll come back to you.
Do you have a ball?
It's one of the
Presumably we
things
had
I love
something
to
we were
do.
playing with the park at.
It's
I
solid
think you had a
gold.
stick, yes.
Okay, there's a stick.
Thanks.
Shall we try it?
And you see Clifford would immediately be like, stick!
Yeah. I get everybody round and
Do we need to stand in a circle?
No, we all
Hold
need
hands.
to. We all need to kind of do like a big group huddle thing, and put our
How-
heads in together so that we're
How
all
does
connected.
Clifford huddle?
One of us just holds them,
Right?
I kind of hold Clifford like just here off to the side and like.
so all of our heads are
Noggin.
stuck together.
That should
Are you
be.
sure is this how you thought your afternoon would be going?
You're looking at you being like, what on earth are you doing?
We are becoming a hive mind.
I'm passing.
No,
Thanks.
no, Arisha, you're important. We need you. You're gonna ask good questions.
You have really not explained the spell very well.
I just cast. The heads together thing was totally unnecessary. I just like fuck it.
So you just cast.
I just cast.
Okay, so this is
Telepathic run.
telepathic
Can he
bond.
save?
No, well, it's willing creatures, so if he really doesn't want to be a part of it, then he doesn't need to be a part of it. But do you want me to read it, or are you looking at
I'm
yourself?
just looking it up now.
Excellent.
Okay.
Look at me with my 5th level spell. How exciting!
Super powerful.
I know. I'm
Fantastic.
so strong.
8 willing creatures within range.
Hmm.
Oh, we could have added more.
Psychically.
Just find some
linking-
people that were passing.
Creatures with intelligence.
Somebody in the room upstairs accidentally gets caught in it.
Can communicate telepathically through the bond, whether or not they have a common language. The communication is possible.
Strikey.
Spooky
but
got me.
can't
Hmm.
extend. Okay, cool.
Any new dice?
Yeah.
They're very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so the telepathic bond is established. And I think everybody, like, you've done telepathy between you before, and it's been fairly relaxed. Like Kai's done it a couple of times. I think you've done it a couple of times, once or twice.
The telepathic? No, this
not
is
this
brand
spell, but
new.
you've done.
I can't do it.
Okay, so
I
maybe
think it's just me.
it's just you two that have had this experience before then of having somebody else's voice in your head, kind of thing.
Oh,
Well-
I've had multiple people's voices in my head. That may be what you're thinking of.
Well, you set up the telepathic bond with him during Great Fall.
Yeah, just that one time though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. So you two would have limited experience of like the kind of like it's sort of like talking out loud when you choose to speak into the telepathic bond. It's not constant, like whatever the hell you're
It's
thinking
just a
of.
conversation, yeah.
Kind of thing. Yeah.
Mhm.
Clicking this in, there is an immediate like voice that is just going stick, 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 and you see Clifford is just looking up at Ursho and going stick, 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 stick.
Please give him the stick.
Ursho would panic and chuck the stick on the floor, and Clifford would be like, yeah, and start shaking it. Yeah, it's mine, mine.
Clifford.
This may have been a mistake.
Hi.
Hi, it's Adolin.
Hi. Stick. Play fetch with me. And he dropped the stick at your feet.
We'll play fetch with you so much, I promise. But
Yay, fetch.
But-
We can go back to the park. Can we go back to the park? I really like the park.
Clifford,
Yeah, hi.
we want to ask you some questions first, and then we can go back to the park.
We'll go to the park. I love the park.
Questions first.
Okay.
Do you remember where we found you?
You mean today?
No, when we met.
Today?
When we very first met.
You were in a room. You were locked there. You were on your own.
There was a cup on a small stone pedestal
Oh, yes.
in a small room.
Yeah, it was dark,
Yeah.
but then it was bright.
What caused the break?
Oh, it was bright many times.
What caused it?
I don't know.
Where did the break come from?
Oh, sometimes it came from the cup. There was one time it came from the wall. There was another time it came from a crack. Somebody came in with a lantern one time. It was really cool.
Did you say carp? What was the first word that you
The-
said?
From the cup.
The cup.
Cup.
So the
Okay.
cup glowed.
Right.
It also came from the wall. It came from a crack.
And
Somebody
somebody
came in
threw
with
a
a
lantern.
lantern.
Can you describe the person with the lantern?
They had a hood on, but they had dark hair. They kind of looked like Adolin. They were really pale, and they had blue eyes. They had such cool shoes. I really wanted to choose shoes, but I couldn't get to the shoes.
What
Why
kind
were
of
the
shoes?
shoes cool?
Oh, they look like really nice soft leather, and soft leather is really
Ah.
nice to chew, and you go, "Rrrr," and it's just so nice, and it just feels good. But do you know when you get hard leather shoes, and they're just really annoying to chew, and you can't like get your teeth into the leather, and it just
I have
cracks, and it's
been
really annoying.
there.
But the soft leather's so nice, you can like properly shake it, and it shakes properly.
Did you try and bite the shoes?
Oh yeah, but I hit the wall.
The wall.
Yeah,
Did they
The
hit you?
see-through wall or the real wall?
the see-through wall.
Yes.
And did this person then come into the circle and take the cup?
Oh no, nobody could come into the circle.
But the cup got taken.
Yeah.
When did that happen?
When the circle went,
So
How did the circle go?
I don't know, it wasn't there anymore.
Who took the cup? The
Oh,
the person with the lantern?
no,
Did somebody come in and take the cup?
yeah,
who was
Did you
that?
see them?
yeah.
Can you describe them?
Sort of. They were pale.
All right.
They had clothes.
What colour?
They were purple.
Oh.
I really wanted to chew them, but they kicked at me, and I didn't like that. And I've never had anybody kick at me for so long. Like they got through the circle. I don't know. The circle just wasn't there anymore, and I couldn't get like. Usually it's there, and I can't like get to them, and they can't get to me. But then it wasn't there.
Have you
and-
seen them again?
Yeah.
Oh, was it Taz? Have
Yes.
they ran away from us 3 times?
Oh, so many people have run away from us. Which ones?
The purple one.
There's seen so many purple people. Which ones? There were some in
The
the
same
square
purple
that day
person.
when we were like hunting things, and it was great.
The man in the sewer, who
Which sewer?
we've only been in one. Oh no, you've been in 2. Shit.
The second time.
I didn't like the sewers. They were smelly.
They
Yes.
were.
And then that thing hurt me, and I didn't like that. And it was really dark, and I
Do you
didn't like
have a
that.
spice lamp?
Can we go to the park?
Do disguise self.
Disguise self. Was it this person?
Oh yeah, can I see your robe? Your robe looks so tasty.
It's not real.
It's
I'm
like
sorry.
you, yeah. Wait, they're both illusions. Maybe they can
I
share
don't
that.
make he's an illusion. I changed back.
Oh.
Okay, so Tyson took it.
He's gonna pick up the stick and drop it at somebody's feet and be like, "Can we play with the stick now? Stick, stick, stick,
I'll
stick,
throw it
stick."
across the room.
Yeah.
So Tyson
So
took
Tezin
the
took
cup.
the cup.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Hmm.
And then he's the high wizard, so he could have broken the protection circle as well.
Did you
Yeah.
see Sister Frida?
Who's that?
She was we found you underneath her bed.
She's a halfling. She was in the room just outside the small room.
She was dead, unfortunately.
Which room?
The room the cup was in.
She lived
With
in
the circle.
Yeah.
I like that room. It was my home.
She lived in the room next to it.
Did she? That's nice.
When we met
Did she
you-
also have a cup?
No.
Oh. Did she have a stick? Can we play with the stick now?
You have the stick.
Okay. Yay!
Was it easy to like? How? I'm trying to figure out how to phrase like the passage of time because it must have been really hard to like phrase.
Were you in the room for a long time?
I don't know.
The person with the lantern.
Yeah.
And the nice leather shoes.
Yeah.
Did they come in through a crack in the wall, or did they open the wall?
I don't know. They were just there.
They were just there.
Yeah.
Just
And-
like
and-
appeared.
And did they come inside the circle?
No, nothing comes inside the circle.
Okay. And then did they disappear again?
Yeah.
Do you
Person-
remember anything before you were in the circle?
Yeah.
Where were you before?
I was in the stars with the mistress. It was great. We were bounding around and it was all bright and delightful. And then she asked me to look after the cup, and then it got really confusing because the cup was
Oh my
everywhere
God.
and not there. And then it went in the circle, and I got stuck in the circle for forever. And I didn't like that because it was a
That's a
circle.
long time.
Wait, is your mistress Mistra?
Yeah, Mistress Mistra.
Oh! Oh, that's so cool.
So she asked you to protect it.
Yeah, it's my cup.
How's
mean-
Ursula looking?
It's just like, they're like, what the fuck am I doing?
Wow, holy shit! You are the dog of a very important lady.
Yeah, she's great. She's great. I need to go get a cup back at some point. I forgot about that.
We're doing that. That's why we're talking.
Oh, we're getting the cup back.
Yes,
Oh,
we're
that's
getting the
good. She'll
cup
like
back.
that.
Cousin's no good. We don't like him.
No,
The-
we chew his robe.
Yes.
Did the person?
Hmm.
I promise one day you will get to chew his robe
Really?
Yes.
I'd like that.
and make sure that happens. The person who came in with the lantern
Yeah.
and just appeared.
Yeah.
Was that quite soon before Tyson showed up?
I don't think so.
Was how long do you think it was?
I don't know.
Yeah, I know that's hard.
They had a hood and a
What
lantern.
year is it?
That's a really good question. I don't fucking know.
1398.
Wow.
Oh, it was a long time then.
Wow.
How many long?
What year did
4.
you move into the
Been
circle?
like 400 years.
Whoa.
In the circle or when the lantern person came?
In the circle.
And when did
Wow.
the lantern person come?
I don't know.
Very
Sooner
small
to the
for someone over
beginning,
400 years old.
but sooner to the beginning than the end.
Okay. And when did Tyson come?
Towards the end.
Could you tell us how long towards the end? Like, was
Well,
it?
when the circle broke.
Did it feel like a blip when we suddenly appeared, or like because?
When you appeared, no, you came through down the staircase.
Yeah.
We didn't appear.
Yeah,
We
I-
arrived.
I get it's just semantics. Okay, right. I was just trying to make sure that it wasn't
Yeah.
like, oh, he pinched it and then like.
So somebody like teleported into the room with a lantern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
A person with dark hair and blue eyes and a pale face.
You said it was a.
Do you know if they were they like human or dwarf?
Yeah. Were they wearing like
Or-
armor or just clothes?
Clothes. They were tall.
Tall and pale and with dark hair. Could I like communicate an
long
image
or
of
short?
Joris to you?
Hmm?
Could you do disguise self again?
Theoretically, yes.
Does
How are
it-
you? Can you communicate images through the?
Through telepathic bond?
Even if you can't, your Kai's telepathic bond would be able to support that.
Okay. I try and like form an image of Joris's face in my mind.
Okay.
And like, could you like
Have you got?
do your face into this?
Where is Doris's image?
What? How long was their hair? You said they were like Adolin. So was it short hair?
It was tight. back under the hood.
Tied back.
Mm.
At all.
I'm wondering if we can figure out what gender they are.
Yeah.
I just don't know how to phrase that to a dog.
Oh yeah, George does have blue eyes.
Body shape probably. Huh?
Yes. Did
If
they
you're
have boobs?
surprised by that, is it not Jar?
That's what I was thinking as well.
What's the question? Sorry.
If you're surprised about Jar's having blue eyes, does that mean the lantern person isn't Jar?
You'll have to find out.
I was
Probably
asking how
not.
musty they were because I'm trying to figure out like.
How to describe the difference in shapes in the human body to a dog?
Yeah, it's tricky.
How busty are they?
I think we could probably spend a lot of time trying to do that, and you would find out that Clifford has got no bloody clue. He doesn't really understand what different genders are anyway. So
Dog.
We go for-
Gender is
he's not
dog.
even like a dog. He's a puppy.
Yeah.
Like
He's a 400-year-old
He knows the difference
puppy.
between hard and soft leather, but he doesn't know
Yep.
the difference between a man and a woman. And that's perfectly reasonable.
yeah. Why would he need to know that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, Joris.
Tall person with dark hair and blue eyes and pale skin that he didn't recognise. Came in with a vamped in with a lantern out of nowhere and vamped out again.
Yeah.
Did they stay for very long?
I don't know.
Did they just kind of look and then go away again? Did they do anything while they were there?
I don't know.
Did they do what did you do whilst they were there?
I was just trying to get to the shoes.
Were the shoes moving?
Yeah, they kind of circled.
So they walked around.
I
a
was
little
trying to get
bit.
under them, and I couldn't get through the bloody wall.
Did the light change? Could you see this? The
shoes? No, they stayed the same.
No, I like the so the shoes stayed the same the whole time as they moved, which means the light stayed the same the whole time when they moved. They had a torch, you said.
A lantern.
A lantern.
Yeah.
Cool. Did you hear anything?
Did they say anything?
I don't know.
Were you concentrating on the shoes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Understandable. Okay. When Tezin, did Tezin open the wall and then come in and break the circle and take the cup? Was he by himself?
No.
That's a good question. I would never.
Were there lots of other
thought
people
that.
with him?
Yeah.
Oh.
And did they all have like tattoos? And I described the bloody cracking tattoos.
Yeah.
And then did Tezin leave by himself? Did he
No.
kill them all?
No.
Oh, what happened?
They left.
Okay. They all left.
Yeah.
All of them. I suppose Clifford wouldn't have known that one
They
got
all left that room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we go to the park now?
Did you see
go to the park.
Frida
Yes.
get killed?
Who?
The
nice
halfling
lady.
who lived in the room next to you.
Okay.
Did you see her?
Did
Get
you ever see
killed.
her?
I don't think he knows who she is.
Okay.
That's
Were you
fine.
all, what was your name before your name was Clifford?
Oh, I didn't have one.
Do you like Clifford?
I do like Clifford.
Okay.
Excellent. That's an excellent question. Very important.
Do we have any more questions?
No.
How
but
long does
also
this last for?
1 hour.
Lovely.
Does that mean we can go to the park? You said we could go to the park after the questions, and now the questions are done. So the park?
I can take a turn taking him to the park if you want.
We're gonna go to the park.
I'll come with you. I'm happy
Okay.
to. Do you want to come with, or are you happy to chill?
I will chill.
Okay.
Chill.
You still get this torrent of information,
That's fine.
and I should be like, I have to put up with this for the rest of the hour.
You are so
Yeah, it's been like,
welcome.
what, 10 minutes?
Yeah.
If we're no longer a willing creature, how does that affect the spell?
I wish to
doesn't
hang up on the conference
It
call.
doesn't extend to other planes of existence, so if you have, if you can bounce somewhere else, then you're out of it.
Shove Clifford into a different plane.
I meant Ursula, but alright. God.
If Clifford jumps into the ethereal plane,
if we
does that
put
count?
Clifford
Ooh.
in your bag of holding, that's a pocket dimension.
With
Is
the
he on a
bees.
different plane? This is hypothetical. I
Well,
don't think we
this
should.
is exactly why we got another bag of holding.
Oh, yeah,
is
we
because
got
mine
another
is
bag of
filled with
holding.
bees.
But if we put him in a bag,
It is a pocket dimension, so it would break the contact.
That
yes.
would shut him up briefly.
could you not just drop concentration on the spell? Can you not end the spell?
It's a non-concentration spell.
It doesn't have a way to end it.
Yeah.
We take him to the park. We try and get
Shit.
out of distance of our show, just so he doesn't have to
That's not how it
It's
works.
not how it works.
Yeah.
So if Kai and Ursula stay behind, they're gonna get the constant
I
like,
can't
stream of
believe
thought
you
that
guys
is,
are
oh my god, we're going to the
shitting
park, we're
on
going to the
my
park, yeah, let's go to the
beautiful
park. I got my steak, we're gonna go to the park. Ooh, a bird.
I put him on mute.
There is no mute button in your
I
brain.
cast Bane death on myself.
That must end the spell, surely. That incapacitates you. We take him to the park. We just say
He
like,
has the best time, and he's
Alright.
telling you all about it the whole
That's
time.
great.
Like, look, I got a stick for you. I got a stick
Yeah,
for you. Will you
that's
throw it again? Will you throw it again? Will you throw it again?
This is
Throw the stick.
when I took my sister to the park as a toddler. I'd be like, uh-huh.
Before the spell ends, you need to explain to him that he has to stay with Ursula.
Yeah.
I will try and like gradually warm up to Ursho and tell him that like tomorrow, we have something we need to go and do.
Oh, that sounds fun. Can I bring the stick?
I'm afraid you can't come with us, but Uncle Ursho is going to bring you to the park.
I can't come.
Unky
I want to come.
It's not for long.
Are you going to take the stick?
No, Ursula will have the stick.
I wish I was going to have the stick.
And Ursho's going to bring you to the park.
Ursula's like,
Ursula in the background will be like, I have to take him to the park.
Yeah.
Do I have to listen to him?
no.
No.
Okay. And Cliff is like, okay, we'll go to the park.
We're in the park when we're having this conversation, or we're on the way to the park.
Yeah.
We tell them that tomorrow, yes, we have to go somewhere for a little bit to do something, but Ursho is going to take you to the park, and you will have the stick.
Okay. Do I fetch the stick to you? Do you
No.
want the stick? Do I bring you a big stick?
Always to Ursho.
Bring
When
the
you-
stick back to whoever throws the stick.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you are with Ursho,
Yeah.
you will fetch the stick to Ursho.
Okay.
What's funny is
When do I come back to you? I want to come back to you.
We will come back to you.
so cute.
But how will I know where you are? How will I know to find you if I get stuck?
We'll be.
What if I find a bird and I need to find you for the bird? What if there's a ball and I need
He's
to play with it and I
never
need to get
showed
it?
us a bird before.
But what if it
That
happens?
you know of.
What if? Honestly, he's gonna get stuck on bringing the stick back to Ursula because he can't pick it up. So I think we're
He
fine.
can pick it up.
He can pick it up.
He
Yeah.
just can't eat
He
things
can't
because
eat
he
them.
tears up the jerky.
So yeah, he so you give him food and he shreds it.
Absolutely
You never
misunderstood. Very
like,
good.
You've never asked him about his eating habits. Like
Yes.
he whines for food
Are you
and you give him
hungry?
food. Pardon?
Do
Are
you
you hungry?
eat?
No,
Why do you like food?
because it's
Can
fun.
you taste it?
Okay. That's
No.
valid.
Okay.
Interesting.
It's fun to shred, isn't it?
That's true.
And you all shred it.
That's true, but we need to
True.
live.
Kind of.
Yeah, so you all shred it. So I want to shred it. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
Cool.
Oh, he's just copying
Oh,
us.
God.
That's so cute.
Okay.
This is adorable.
This is. It's really sweet.
This feels like looking after like an actual excitable puppy.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you have a nice time with Anki, Ursho, okay?
That's just that I'm not an uncle.
It's not for long. It's not for long, mate. It's just for tomorrow. Yeah, we take him to the park. We wear him out as
Okay.
much as we can for the
It
evening.
is exhausting to have that continuous stream in your head for that full hour, particularly when you get him to the park because he is excited as hell to be in the park. You're throwing a stick for him. He is in doggy heaven. And he wants to tell you about every second of it. So there's every second of it. He's like, look, I found this. And like, you can kind of work out from this, he's getting to know you three as well. He understands the differences between you three. So like when he finds an interesting flower or something like that, he's like, Polly, If he finds like insects and bees, he calls for Polly. If he finds water and things like that, he tends to call for Kai and stuff like that.
Cute. The birds will be for you.
Birds tend to be Adolin and things
That's
like
really
that.
cute.
He's sort of
You
like,
have wings. They have wings.
Yeah.
It's the same
if he
thing.
sees somebody in like
Definitely best
knight
friends.
armor and stuff like that, he'll call for Adolin again and stuff like that. He's kind of,
I love
it's not perfect, but it is like he's sort of starting to attribute certain things to each of you, and he will call for you individually. And you can kind of, if you manage to mute him in your head for like just a second and kind of watch him, these are behaviours he's exhibited the whole time, like the physical behaviours of running up to flowers and sniffing them and stuff like that.
Aw.
You've just never been able to hear that stream
The
of consciousness
narrative.
behind it. That is, he really wants to show you things.
This,
Your grasp
I would-
of animal psychology is staggering.
I would die for
And-
this dog.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Also,
will.
this dog is over 400 years old
Yep.
and is still a puppy.
Yes.
Yes.
Hey, Clever.
Yeah.
have you felt like you've gotten bigger ever?
Oh, I always feel big around you. It's great. You always cuddle me, and I
That
feel so
is
big and strong and powerful. It's great, and I love
super
it.
Cute. That's super cute. That's not quite what I meant, but I was just wondering if, like, you thought you maybe had grown since you
Physically big.
since you
Oh.
came down here from the sky, or maybe you
I got a lot smaller when I came down from the sky. I was very big in the sky.
How big
Imagine.
is
Oh.
big?
Oh, well, I used to jump between the stars, so I was pretty big.
Wow.
This
Yeah.
dog's awesome.
This dog is so cool.
Do you want to go back to the stars, or do you?
Oh,
want
I really like you guys. I want to stay with you guys. You guys are
Okay.
fun. I might have to go back when I get the cup because I might have to fetch it back to Mistra, but I will see. I will
We
see,
should
ask you if I can
probably
come back
give it
down.
back to her.
Yeah.
It's probably safer that she has it.
Oh, can you like put in a good word for us with her? Like, introduce us to someone?
That is
That'd
weird.
be awesome.
Oh, if I get the cup, I can go back to her, and then yeah, I can ask.
Yeah.
Great.
That'd be awesome.
I bet she'd like you.
We'd like to make friends with her.
That sounds good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Great.
I mean, if she has such a cool pet.
You think I'm cool?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I think you're all cool too.
It's true, we are.
Did she have other dogs like you, or are you the only one?
She had many friends.
Hmm.
Awesome.
Were they like you?
No one's like me.
Did they look like you?
No.
Okay.
What sort of friends did she have?
Well, there was a bird, and I really liked the bird because I got to chase the bird, and he really didn't like that. But I always chased him. It was really fun. And he would like go off in this charade, and I think he might get cut off at some point because that's the end of the hour. And he just lists all these random things that he's seen while he's been at Mistra's side.
That's
And like
really
there's a
cute.
barrage of animals, there's like elementals and things like that, and you get the impression these are all arcane beings that
Okay.
like Mistra has either had summoned to her, has had control over at some point, has interacted with,
Uh-huh.
and it means that he's met them as part of that.
That's awesome.
And that charade would just get cut off at some point as the hour
Wow.
comes to the end, and then there's just blissful silence.
Kai had been planning on going to talk to Kyle. I think they just lay in the dark instead.
And it's like, oh my god, thank God.
Recover from the migraine and then wait until it's over. And
Yeah.
then-
As we all wander back from the park, I wonder, I've got an idea. If we wander through the warehouse district, I picked up locate object as a spell. And it's for an object that, describe only an object that's familiar to you. Based on everything that Clifford's just info dumped onto us, and the fact that it is a unique object, if I was to name the Cup of the Cosmos.
Can you use spell description? I will just Google.
Yeah,
But I think you can try. Yeah, you are not expressly familiar with it, so I will need to check the levels of familiarity. But
yeah, sure. It can locate a specific object known to you at least once. As long as you've seen it up close at least once. Alternatively, it can locate the nearest object of a particular kind, but it can't locate it if there's any thickness of lead in a direct path between us. But yeah, like familiar. I mean, we've seen it in stained glass windows. We've had Clifford's Stream of Consciousness. It's something
It's
Adolin
worth a
would.
try.
Yeah, like if we take a
Did
wander
your-
through the warehouse district and just.
you can try. I'm going to say you're not familiar with it. You have never seen an actual image of this
Mhm.
cup. You've
Did
only ever
your
seen
telepathy
depictions
thing-
of
Yeah.
it.
Show pictures, or is it just
You
It's
know
like
bits about this
conversation,
cup, but you don't know anything about what it does. You don't know even like sizing of it. Even if you had asked Clifford about that, like he's a puppy, his sizings don't make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Kind of
He's
thing.
big and small.
Yeah. He
So
jumped
big.
between the stars, and that was big to him. So.
Yeah.
So I think it would be quite. This is not going to be easy, but you can give it a go if you want.
Would it be like a rollable thing?
Yes, I'm going to make you roll and see what happens.
It's worth a try. I mean, it's someone's prolonged resting, so we could just kind of wander vaguely through the area and see if we get any pings.
Can you tell me where you're wandering? The warehouse district.
Warehouse district, yeah. Not trying to like perhaps penetrate too deep into the warehouse district, but it's got a range of 1,000 feet.
It does.
So
Do you
how
want
do I
some
convert from
guidance?
feet to meters?
divide by 3.
Divide by 3. Divide the meters.
It's about 330 meters. Yeah. Mhm. So it's not like it's not going to cover an entire city district,
I think it will.
Oh, cool.
Pelmar's not big. You've seen the map of Pelmar. You know what it's like. It's got a meter scale on it.
So it does. Do you think we should give it a try? Maybe just like it's something to go back to the Light Ravens with. Like we've got
I can cast guidance on you. Give you an extra D4.
Oh, you're a champ.
Well,
I'm not actually
hang
here.
on. What?
No, you're not.
What kind of check?
I don't know.
Presumably we're gonna.
The spell doesn't involve checks, so it's going to be DM for you to tell us.
Do you think we can make a good guess?
Oh, are you thinking enhance ability?
Yeah.
It's either going to be like Arcana, in which case it's Intelligence. It's going to be a tracking check of some sort, which is maybe more Wisdom.
Yeah, I think it's going to be either Arcana or it might be even just be like Wisdom because it's your spell casting modifier.
I'm gonna nudge us along here and say no. It's none of these things.
Oh.
Really?
No, I'm gonna make you do a D100 roll.
Oh, cool.
Shit.
All right.
Can I still do guidance? Wait, it's low bear.
You're not there, so you can't do guidance.
Polly's here.
Polly's not there. You took Clifford to the park by yourself.
No, we want Polly.
Oh, you went with him.
Polly stayed behind.
I stayed, Ursula stayed, they both went.
Yes, you can roll guidance, so you can get a D4 to.
Take away.
If
you're
low
wanting
good
low.
or is high good?
It doesn't necessarily matter. So, we'll say low is good because that follows divine intervention.
So
Okay.
I like divine
take
intervention.
off the guidance?
Yeah.
Or if I can't do it.
All that.
It's fine. If I can't do it, then that's also fine. Like.
So, yeah, as we're leaving the park, whereabouts is the warehouse district roughly? It's closer to the river, yeah?
Yeah, it's down by the river.
And Light Raven HQ was north of the river, I guess. It was kind of between 3 and 7, wasn't it?
No,
Was it
it's a bit
not?
further north than that.
A bit further north.
Yeah, have you got the map?
Yeah.
Yeah. There.
Okay. And the warehouse district is down there.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we're gonna kind of do a bit of a loop.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd like to pop locate object
Yep.
as we get close to the warehouse district, and concentrate on like the cup of the cosmos,
Okay.
and cast it, and then go on a little bit of a jaunt around the outside of the warehouse districts for 10 minutes, and see if I get any pings.
Okay. Roll that D100 for me, team.
63.
Okay.
Which minus the D4. 60! Flat 60!
Okay. Nothing pings for you.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Cool. In that case, we just try to walk nonchalantly and then loop back to the Light Raven HQ.
Okay. Clifford continuously badges the back of your heel with a stick to get you to throw it.
When
I
we.
regret introducing him to the stick.
We're gonna kill you when we get back.
No, not if you can't find me.
I think we head back to Light Raven HQ.
Yeah.
Apologise again to Ursula.
You can see he sat
Thank him.
in the lounge with his head in his hands
That's
and
the
a
good
very
news.
large whiskey in his hands.
Tomorrow is not gonna be anything like that. Tomorrow is gonna
It'll
be
be
so
so
much easier.
quiet.
I buy him another
Still
whiskey.
not there.
You're not going to make him talk tomorrow, are you?
No,
No.
not to you.
I think Adolin would even be a bit iffy about popping telepathic bond before going into the trial.
Yeah, no, I don't think I would offer it actually because I'm that scared of getting you into trouble.
Interferon.
Yes, I have learned from past mistakes.
Good.
Then I think we pop.
Character growth.
Yep, it's true. Listening to that tarot lady.
Is Kai
What
just...
did she say?
She said I had to probably make some acknowledgement of some past fuck ups. I'm paraphrasing, but that was it.
Has my tarot ability skill thing come up yet?
Not that you know.
What the fuck is
What
this?
is it?
I'm so confused.
Is Kai just sort of lying in their bunk then with like a cold compress on their head?
Until this noise stops. And then you're like, ah.
Yes. Until the noise stops, and then I was gonna try and find Kyle.
Then you
Okay.
start pounding mimosas.
Okay, cool. I think now would be an alright time for a 10-minute comfort break.
Excellent.
And we will return and maybe get rid of our own headaches from the continuous Clifford noise.
No offense. That was a lot.
I can listen to that all day.
But yes, we will return and we will see you then. Please do join us. Do come back.
Don't leave us. Bye.
Bye.